there's like certain frequencies, aren't they, that do it as well?
Yes.
Well, they
well, sound, frequency, vibration, all the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I did all that, and I did feel better. You know, it was like, and I was aware that I felt like it. It was my negative emotions that were in that room.
Yeah.
So it was down to me to clear them.
Yeah.
You know, because
that and the cat.
Yeah.
Cat wee on the carpet. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
I kind of guessed.
The cat weed on the carpet, and worse than that, she pooed around the edge.
Yes, she did.
So
shit.
Yes, she's come. Bless her. She's really old. We feel sorry for her, really.
We do, but I don't want another rug ruined.
No, because she's of the mind that any rug that's put down anywhere is an emergency place for her to have a wee.
Or if she can't be bothered to walk anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
That's
puppy pads, isn't it? That's because of the puppy pads that is.
Well, the reason I got the puppy pads was because she would do it on the bath mat anyway. So anyway, bloody cat. So yes, getting rid of that negative energy and raising that vibe.
I think actually talking about animals, and they can help raise your vibration.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the cat. They always say, don't they? The cats come and sit on you when you need healing.
Yeah,
and they
sit on your chest. Yeah.
That's why they sit on you at night. They sit on the bits of you that need healing. And my cat, I have fibromyalgia, particularly in my hips, and my cat sits on my hips every night. She knows, yeah. And she sits there and like does her little.
She doesn't come and heal me at night.
Oh, she's my cat.
She gets off. She does though. Like last night, I'll turn the light off, turn my telly off. No, the telly wasn't on actually. Put my phone down, turn my light off. Snuggled down. 5 minutes later, I felt it trot over me to get out.
See, it sleeps on Lolly's bed all day long, and then the second she like goes to bed, she's like, "Oh right, okay, now it's time for me to get up."
Yeah.
Yippee!
Anyway, we digress again to the cat.
We do, but yeah, they're a bit like siblings, really. You and the cat.
Yeah,
there's some sibling rivalry.
I don't feel like I'm her mum at all. I do feel like she's my sister. I like annoying her.
Yeah.
I might be an auntie, but I think I am more like a sister.
You could be an auntie, yeah.
Because I think aunties are quite,
Be interesting to know what she thought, wouldn't she?
She just thinks I'm a slave.
Yeah.
Slave number 2.
Slave number 2.
Slave number 2's entered the room.
Yes. The secondary slave. Where is the primary slave?
I will go and sit on the primary slave while it sleeps to heal it. Secondary slave can just get on with her own aches and pains.
Oh, bless her. She's lovely, really.
She is lovely.
Yeah, so I think we've talked that bit out, haven't we?
Yeah, I think
Have we got
so.
the end of that conversation?
I think so, about what vibration or the cat. We could talk about the cat forever.
Well, yeah, but we don't really want to bore everyone.
Yeah, I mean, there is ways. You've got to do what works for you, but
definitely.
I think if you're going into a meeting and you know there's going to be a lot of negativity,
yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people are back in the office nowadays.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So if you know you're going to a meeting and you don't possess any crystals on your personage, like envision yourself in this protective bubble before you go in.
Yeah.
And just cross. I know they said, because they do say people. The thing is with body language,
it's difficult, isn't it?
It's difficult because I naturally sit with my arms on my lap, my arms crossed. I'm not defensive at all.
No. And it's just,
and even if I'm standing there like that,
with your arms folded,
sometimes I'm just doing it, but maybe I am psychologically doing it to protect my energy.
Well, who knows?
Because I don't do it. I used to do it in meetings at work, but I don't do it in my daily life.
No, I do it. I find it comfortable to sit there with my arms folded across my boobs. So I think that's more of a thing that it's just comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not body language that I'm. Somebody pulled me up on it once, and I said, "Fine, I'll put my hands in my back pocket. It don't make any difference to me." And I stood there and said, "Actually, it's because my boobs are enormous, and I quite like to support them while we're having a chat." But the man I was having this conversation with was like, "What? Don't you pull me up?" I mean, I
do tend to just sit a bit like, with my arms in front of me, but I'm not protecting any energy at the moment. I don't need to protect any energy.
I think they need to go back into that. Re-investigate the
but yeah, if you're making a conscious, you can if you know, I mean, you probably would, like if someone's not impressed, if you're standing in a meeting and you're not impressed and you do fold your arms,
you do the whole teenager thing,
it's about keeping that boundary there. But if you're mindful of like, I'm just going to do this because I'm keeping this boundary here, then I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That's how I feel about. I'm just going back to when I worked in retail management,
and I suppose that there's an element of NLP there that can help with the circle of excellence. If you come come up
I
against
don't know
that.
if I've done that yet.
Okay, so that's where you imagine a circle on the floor and you build yourself up and think about being the best version of yourself and the best, when you're proper on the top of your game, whatever it is. And you have that as a circle on the floor, and then you step into it. And as you step into it, you feel all those feelings of being amazing, being on the top of your game, being whatever. And then you step back out of it. And then you practice that a few times. And then you almost... You're imagining it, obviously. But, but then you pretend to pick up the ring, the circle, and put it on your finger as a ring.
Oh, okay.
And so if you ever want to step into, you've got a big meeting coming up and you've got to be like shit hot and, people are going to be looking at you, you can literally have that as a ring on your finger and throw it on the floor in a gesture that only you need to know, and then step into it as you begin your bit of your presentation or whatever it is.
That sounds
so
good.
It's almost like you could use that as your protective bubble as well.
Yeah.
So maybe that's on a different finger, not the same one. But you could create yourself a little...
I think everything is also... It's about your mind. Your mind however you want to do it. Bubble, ring of excellence.
Yeah.
It's about your subconscious mind, isn't it? Just...
Definitely. And even just saying to yourself, right, this is going to be a difficult meeting. I know there's an energy vampire in there. I know it's going to stress me out. Even just saying that to yourself and giving yourself a couple of seconds to prepare before you walk in. It just... makes your brain aware of the situation.
Or even like a secret shield.
Yes.
So like you've got a barrier, like a screen in front of you that you're not going to allow anything to penetrate it. You're just...
like Captain America.
Yeah, like you cannot get into my fort without a pass.
Absolutely. You can say what you like, but it's bouncing off.
Yeah, I think, it is about... It's protecting yourself. You've got to protect yourself at all times. It doesn't mean you don't have to have... you can still have compassion. You can still be kind and come across in an empathetic way. But when you just round someone like that permanently, sometimes you need to say, well, actually, is this person right to be in my life?
Yeah, and and unfortunately, cut them out if that's the way it's got to be.
Yeah.
But it is...
Or limit the amount
limit
of
the
time
contact.
spent with them.
Yeah. But it is difficult when you're stuck working with somebody. Sometimes you don't have that option, do you? Anyway, so that's us ranting on about energy vampires and high vibrations. And the cat, yeah. And we've kind of ended on a bit of a low note. So we'll go for a bit of a high note now. Things that make me happy. Dancing in the garden might work, specifically in my mum and dad's garden because it's massive and in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the night, when I'm a bit pissed just because I can.
Yeah, this is true.
I have a whale of a time doing that. I've done it several times in the summer. What else? Things that make you happy? Random things that you've done?
Random things. Well, I'm a bit of a dancer. I can just get up and just start dancing.
That is true. She does do that quite often.
I'll do
it
around
the house.
Yeah, I do. Because if I'm in the room there where I'm doing art stuff, all of a sudden I have a little boogie. It's like it's not going my way. I'm like, no, I'm not happy, but let's just dance it out. Like I'll be upstairs and I'll start having a little, even if it's just like 2 minutes, and Annie will be like, "What are you doing?" Singing
is a big thing of mine as well.
Yeah.
Singing always makes me happy. And you always say that music and singing like really gets you emotionally, don't you? So
yeah, it does. Yeah, but then colours do a lot of. I think all my senses. We've got loads of senses, but
the main 5.
Yeah, they're very easily stimulated.
Yeah.
Mine are.
And don't forget smell. Smell's a great one. Takes you back places, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, takes your memory right.
Yeah,
back.
like sweet peas, straight down the allotment at the back of Granny's house, every time. So,
Sense of smell. Your senses are amazing. That could be one we could talk about another time, actually, go into.
Yeah. Well, do let us know if you come up with any interesting topics that you'd like our Pearls stroke...
Pearls of wisdom stroke, whatever.
Lumps of coal of doubt, or I don't know. Then do let us know. Anyway, until then, keep your vibes high.
Yes, keep vibing high.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.